blood's an issue. I'm more concerned about all the ticks and lice and
lice. Deer have lice?
Oh, they got mites. They got herpes. They got everything.
Herpes?
Very
Are you
likely.
shitting me?
No.
What?
I mean, yes, I am. Yeah, they. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Drury Outdoors 100% Wild Podcast, episode number 370, brought to you by DeerCast.
Hey, guess what's not rolling? That TV.
Why do we do a countdown?
Look back.
No, I very much do. It's just a black hole back there.
No, there it is.
Hey, we got a show now. We can officially start. That's a birthday boy, Matt Drury over there.
Oh, well, hey, thanks, Tim.
43 years young.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You're Tim Chelswick.
And you continue to be the 43-year-old
That's right.
Matt Drury.
And, you know, like a stinky cheese, just gets stinkier with time.
Well, I thought it would be fun real quick to do some celebrity birthdays.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right. Scott Thompson.
Don't know him.
Carrot Top.
Oh, hey, you got
wow.
orange on today.
Kathy Griffin.
Man, this list is D-list all the way.
Charles Manson.
Oh, there's something to aspire to.
Yoko Ono.
Are you kidding me?
No.
These are for real?
John Wilkes Booth.
Oh. So it's the infamous and D-list.
One more, Mindy Cohn.
Oh, well, no, I'm thinking, is that the chick from The Office? No, that's somebody
Natalie
else.
from The Facts of Life.
Well, this is a terrible list, and I'm happy to be a part of it. It really makes a lot of sense. Nobody special on this day. You know,
especially bad.
Yes. I always say that through like about a 15 to maybe 20 year stretch of my life, the day after St. Patrick's Day, my birthday was always horrible. Very hungover for most of that period. Not anymore, Tim. I spent all day at the football fields yesterday. A little flag football action.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram stories.
Yeah, Cam scoring touchdowns. That's right.
Dude.
I don't know where he gets somebody on Instagram sent me a direct message that said, his real dad must have some really good talent. I was like,
His real dad owes some back child support. Then.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd like to.
Time to pay up.
That's
buddy.
right. So,
all right. Well, someone that probably owes no back child support. We got Kevin Strong from Blocker Outdoors because we're in the mood for turkeys right now. We're going to be talking about the Finisher series from Blocker Outdoors.
That's right. And he is the Senior VP of Sales. Is that right, Kevin? Is that the title?
Wow. I mean, yeah, titles have really gotten kind of wild these days, I suppose. But yeah, that's, I just, I'm the sales guy, so I refer to myself, but you can call me whatever you want. I'm the sales dude.
If you're like us, it's just that you've been here long enough. They got to keep putting you in the next section up. So.
Right. Yeah.
Just not bad enough to be fired.
Yeah. Outlasted everyone else.
He's not great, but
still standing.
He'll do. It's the story of my life. That's how I got married.
So, Kevin, how much input do you have on the actual product design there?
A ton. Yeah, I tell you, Matt, that's the nice thing about working for, we're a relatively small company still. So all of us here at Blocker, we're super passionate end users of what we do. So a typical product development meeting for us is pretty in depth with, hey, what do you experience and what are some of the solutions that we're trying to solve? Because at the end of the day, it's product first, right? I mean, we can market, we can do all that kind of stuff that we're going to continue to do, but everything starts at the product level. And that's really probably one of our strong suits here at Blocker is we've got a really experienced product team and having everybody be end users, we really get that kind of first touch on what we're going to put to market. So
Kevin, what do you hear from turkey hunters? What are some of the things that we kind of say in general that we want out of our apparel for spring turkey hunting?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think it's somewhat regional, and I say that because, we're up in the upper Midwest, and I think for so long, a lot of the turkey apparel that's been out of the market's always been super lightweight, super kind of almost warm weather focused. But if you're anything like we are up here in Michigan, I don't know the first couple hours of the hunt if it's going to be 30 degrees, which the last couple seasons it has been. I've been out there freezing. And then, you get a 30 temperature swing or 30 degree temperature swing between, break day of daylight to noon, it's, then it's 60 degrees. So I think some of it's just the versatility in what we're putting out there. We're putting some thermal value out there for some of those kind of upper Midwest northern markets, but it's really just all about comfort at the end of the day. You need to be able to have kind of that wide range. If you're like me, I got to go ditch to ditch. I'm going to be in Texas in a couple weeks, and then not too shortly after that, I'll be up in Michigan, and you talk about some different climates. So I realize that's not everybody traveling like that, but you want to make sure your product offering has, pieces of that kind of toolkit that's going to take care of those folks in those southern climates and all the way up here where we're at in Michigan. So really look for all of that.
I think back in, when I was growing up turkey hunting, it was just basically cotton. It was mossy oak, cotton, button up shirts, long sleeves, and cotton pants with giant, like cargo pockets. And after a couple washes,
it's great.
It's white. It's like, this looks like 10-day-old dog poop. like what happened here? And
there's certainly been a more technical aspect to it for sure, to that end, Matt. I mean, it was back in the day, it was, throw on the cotton bibs, overalls, or cotton shirt or pants or whatever, and you're out. Probably freezing, and maybe kind of comfortable, but you're out there doing it. And now there's just, with the advancement of apparel and kind of where we're at now, things are getting a little bit more technical. We're bringing better technologies to the garments. I think the designs are certainly a little bit more thought out for longer hunts, run and gun, all different sorts of scenarios depending on how you do it. But yeah, it's kind of evolved, I'd say, over the last 10, 15, and even 20 years. So
I like in the Finisher Turkey series, they have the cold weather stuff to suit, those those in the north that you're talking about. But really, they also have the lightweight stuff, which is you get into. We've had such a warm start to the year for the most part across the country. Now we're in a cold stretch here right now, but by the time turkey season in, say, Missouri hits, it could be all day 60, 70 degrees. And the heavy stuff, it just isn't applicable for you at that point, but like you said, I know there are mornings where it starts out, even in the Midwest here, not in the spring, where it's like, hey, it might be 35, 40 degrees. And by the end of the day, it's 65 or 70. So I always like the fact that it's almost like your deer season setup now, where it's layer upon layer, and you're just taking layers off as you go throughout the day if you need to, and your under layer is the lightweight stuff, and you're good for the rest of the day. So I like that, and it's almost having a kit, so to speak. It's your turkey kit.
Yeah.
So
it's spot on. Yeah, the lightweightness for sure is where I tell you the bread and the butter of what we do is, for sure. We introduced a new pant this year, our lightweight pant, which is the lightest pant we've ever developed. Kind of launched that at the ATA, had your dad kind of checking it out, Matt, and went through all the features of that. We put side ventilation zips in it, ultra stretch, super form fitting, just a really good fitting technical lightweight pant for those more southern markets, right? To where you're experiencing more of that 60 to 70. And, sometimes we'll see that in Michigan, up where I'm at, Wisconsin, kind of around this upper part of the Midwest. And, but I'd probably, for the most part, probably won't have that pant out a whole lot when you get a little bit further up north, right? We've got a pant that's kind of more of a midweight that offers a lot of those same features. But, the lightweight aspect of it, I tell you, is where the predominance, and that probably falls in just where a lot of the good turkey hunting states are. I mean, some of the top states, you talk about, Missouri, Alabama, Mississippi, certainly warmer climates. So that's where we got to focus a lot of the assortment on: breathability, antimicrobial, just stuff that can help you. Even though turkeys don't smell, we get that. It's really nice being able to wear your stuff for days on end without stinking. Can't wash it, sitting in a blind with a buddy and you smell like you've been on a 3-day, fender or whatever. Nice. And haven't washed. It's like,
straight out of St. Patrick's Day.
Those little things we think of. So
what's interesting, there's not really a ton of companies that focus on turkey specific apparel, and you guys are really one of the leaders there. And when you go to a Bass Pro or Cabela's or something like that, you're looking at, it's like, okay, here's options specifically for the turkey hunter. And I understand probably why from a manufacturer it's tough, because it's a short season. Even if you start in the South and you go throughout the probably limited amount of people that travel to turkey hunt, I don't know what percentage that would be, but certainly I know there's a lot of, there's a group that it's just their home state, right? Yeah. And so it's a short window, and it's probably, for a manufacturer, it's tough to dedicate all the time and effort into creating a specific line towards a species that has a limited season to it. But for those diehards, having the turkey specific gear or the vest or, whatever. I mean, it is really nice. You could use your deer stuff, sure. Mm-hmm. But it is the diehard guys are usually like, no, I need, there's pockets in specific places, or like I said, the vests, that's almost a really personal thing to each turkey hunter, wanting their, strikers and their mouth calls and everything, pot calls, wherever they want them to have the pockets and all that in the right spot. So I don't know how much time and effort goes into figuring out the design of a turkey vest, but I know that they can be over-engineered, and like then
molly straps all over the place.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know what all these things are for, but cool. When you get it right, it's nice to have it, and it's one of those things that you'll keep it forever, because it's like, man, this one fits me right.
Yeah,
for sure. That was, you really kind of hit the nail on the head there, Matt, about really how Finisher kind of came about for us, the Finisher Turkey Series. And it was, Blocker Outdoors forever, for 40 plus years now, we've been kind of known as the yellow shield logo. We've got the deer horns obviously in it. That's, very whitetail, oriented, if you will. And we always made great garments for spring turkey hunting, and stuff was functional. It worked really well. It had a lot of those aspirations that you're looking for in your garments, but it was really kind of hard to take, from a spring assortment standpoint, like, man, it still has deer logo on it. It was like, we need to do something different here, and it really came about just as we talked about earlier in these product development meetings, we were all sitting around as passionate turkey hunters. And it was like, what could we do, with our logo where we don't abandon kind of the brand, so to say, but really kind of come after this more technical turkey approach for just these diehard turkey hunters. And that's where, I don't know if you guys how well you can see, but the Finisher Turkey logo still has our shield, right? So it's true to the brand. We took the yellow out of it and put a really cool turkey track design into it. And it's been super well received. So going into our second season with it this spring, and it's been a hugely successful program for us. And I think you're right about the kind of retail aspect of it. It is tough. It's a short season. The retailers have to nail it just perfect, because you put something turkey specific in, once you miss that window, I mean, it shuts off.
You're stuck with it.
It's done. So you got there's no pressure, right? You got to make sure you're putting out there what's asked for and what the demand is. And it's been really well. So we've been super pumped about the energy behind it, and we're going to continue. It was kind of like, hey, let's see how this thing goes. The product design, the feedback that we get, we've been at the NWTF show. That show for us, I tell you, going to the consumer shows, and we typically don't do a ton of consumer shows. We're doing more of the, kind of business to business, the ATAs and the shots of the world. But we knew to launch this, if you don't get any better feedback than talking to, I mean, my gosh, they run record attendance. They're pushing almost 80,000 people through that show in 3 days. So if you want to go, figure out if you're doing something right or not, and have one-on-one conversations with the customer, that was a great place to be. And we take a lot of feedback from that show. So much so that, that goes into a lot of the ideation that we bring back when we're already working on 25 products, which is happening right now. So it's been a lot of fun along the way.
So Kevin, I know that kind of the concept for the Finisher series is that it's a system. Maybe take us through the different, if you can off the top of your head, take us through the different components of the Finisher series.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could think of it as a system or a toolkit, however you prefer. And like kind of like Matt said, with the turkey vest, some parts of how you wear things get so subjective, because how Matt hunts and how I hunt and how you hunt, it all is a little bit different, right? But I think the one kind of fundamental piece is most people, and this is where we're watching the trends and stuff, but most people are wearing a turkey vest, right? So we came out with a turkey vest I think is really kind of just right down the middle. there's a lot of subjectivity even to a vest. Is it a strap style vest? Is it a, a traditional, full shoulder strap kind of vest? Is it super lightweight? So there's all these different versions of what a vest can be. They're over engineered. They're not under, they're either over or under. So trying to get that just right is probably and will be the toughest thing. That's why most companies will have a pretty large assortment of vests, right? So it really kind of starts with the vest. And then from there, we walk through different pieces. We start after that with our jacket, which is more mid-weight. It's got some great thermal properties to it. Some things that we do different from an engineering kind of design standpoint is through the cuff system, right? So everyone's worried about bugs and ticks and whether it's just mosquitoes, primarily ticks, getting through to the next to skin on your garments. We do a really cool, if it's all right, I'll try to show you guys kind of an example on our jacket here. And I know it's tough for the listeners that don't have the video, but we put this inset seam here on the cuff of the jacket, right? So that's gonna wrap around your wrist and keep it really tight and then go inside your glove. So it's a really nice first level of defense against any tick intrusion, bug intrusion, getting bit up by critters, bugs and stuff out there in the woods. So
don't you do the same on your pants as well?
We do. Yep. So we take that on the jacket and on the pant, and just creates a really nice tight seam against your skin. So helps with the intrusion there. So it's really kind of a two system deal. We've got kind of that midweight jacket and pant that offers thermal. We've got a great cotton hoodie that offers thermal value. And then from there, it kind of goes more to your lightweight technical tops, right? So we've got a quarter zip, we've got a crew. And then as I was talking about earlier, really excited about our new lightweight stretch pant. Has been awesome. So it's kind of figuring out, where you're going, what you're going to do. I love to wear a hoodie. It's kind of, I'm just a hoodie guy. So I'll wear one of the crew, technical shirts underneath, put a hoodie over it. And then if I need my jacket, I don't, but I can just kind of feel it out. Well, what's the temperature? What kind of conditions are we in? Is it super cold that morning? Then it's warming up. That's where you can kind of get into that system that is different for each individual, just very much like your whitetail approach, right? It's like some guys like to layer a lot, pack off, and some people, I don't like carrying a bunch of extra stuff around with me. So I try to kind of get it right when I'm going in and not have to shed too much. But at the end of the day, the big thing is making sure that there's a piece in there that is functional and purposeful for each, condition, whether it's hot, warm, windy, and you have all those kind of protective elements within it. So
on the pants, do you guys have any kind of ripstop technology? Like that's the worst thing when you get crossing a fence or, just crawling, Tim, crawling, running and gunning, whatever, you don't want your pants to be all ripped up. Tim.
Yeah. So we, on our more of our midweight pant that we put protective overlays over top of the knees, all down through the rear butt area, down to the back of the calf, just for know that you're sitting on the ground, sitting next to a tree, or if you're crawling around on your knees. It'll help with that abrasion. I think the biggest thing that's always the yin to the yang when designing technical apparel is that the lighter that you get and the more stretch that you want, there's always kind of a little bit of a give there, right? So if you want ultra lightweight, great stretch, durability is usually the thing that you're kind of always teetering on. Not to say that it's not a durable pant, but if you expect to be down in rocks and briars and on crawling for miles on end, you're going to beat that pant up probably pretty good, right? But if you're expecting that, man, this is super lightweight, I'm not hot, I'm the most comfortable that I can be, that's where it's going to be super functional. So you got to kind of figure out what you're doing, so if you're going to be doing more of the latter, running and gunning, I'd probably stick with like our original pant that's got those protective overlays. It's going to give you that next kind of first level of defense against, any kind of tears and rips. And then if you're going to be in a super hot climate where it's just like, I need ventilation, I need to feel like I'm not wearing something really, really heavy, then, you're going to run a lightweight pant, but you just got to kind of know that there's a little sacrifice to have ultra lightweight durability.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I'd like to see a couple things for the product team there, Kevin.
Yeah.
Zip off midriff shirt.
Yeah.
when it gets really hot,
Just tell them to stop.
Yeah.
or it will get really
No,
hot.
keep going. I'm writing all these down.
Thank
This is
you.
great.
Thank you. You can see
Yeah.
me typing as I'm speaking.
Jorts.
Yes, I was jorts. Especially if you're in the blind. It gets hot in there.
Denim, preferably.
Denim. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to see the
Yeah.
pockets hanging down.
Something real thick.
And then you
Very
mentioned
distressed stonewash, or should we go?
Yeah,
Acid
think about
wash.
the old cotton days, like in that.
Yeah, we're gonna go old school. And then you
Okay.
mentioned form-fitting pants that leave absolutely nothing to the
Like
imagination.
coach's shorts from the 80s.
Yes.
Mark and Terry, we got some videos of those guys practicing their intro to King of the Spring.
Yes.
And at like their mom and dad's basement, and then at like those Ozarks on like a family vacation, like they were drinking and just having fun, and we set the camera up, and they were going, hello, I'm Mark, and they had coach's shorts on, and it left nothing to the imagination. And at the end of the video, you see the camera slightly like get bumped, and then they start screaming at, guess who? Me.
Oh, hey.
Matt, if you touch the camera again. I was probably 8, 7. So this goes way back. That's an original thought. Coach's shorts
Hey, I
and
wouldn't
camo.
put it past any kind of trends. As you guys know, everything's just a big
It just comes
cyclical
back around.
cycle.
That's right.
It's all coming back.
Coach's shorts are what we didn't know we needed right now in the hunting
You
industry.
guys could be on the forefront of bringing
Yes. Start doing the shows in them.
DruryOutdoors.
Get rid of this desk.
People
And if
wanna
they don't
see
sell, we'll know where to ship all
They
these.
won't sell.
Go
Yeah,
right,
that's for
right
sure.
here in Tim's house.
All of a sudden you see a bunch of like kids in third world countries wearing coach's shorts, camo coach's shorts.
And Orange Crush.
This might be our best idea yet.
Can we get a cut of this, Kevin?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It'll be short,
You'll
just like the
you
shorts.
either get a cut of the success or all the inventory
We're
going
gonna
to
have
each
to buy,
particular draft.
buy a bunch of jorts. Mossy oak jorts.
Nobody wants this.
All right, man. I'm getting so excited for turkey season.
Well, yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, it's
I
coming
saw a couple strutters out in the field commuting last week. Nice to see.
It was nice and warm out, but then it got cold again.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like
confused
normal.
here, like they are probably for you guys. I mean, we had this spring fake out. It was like, oh, kids are going to school in shorts last week,
Yeah.
and
Still this
turkeys
week.
are strutting on my trail cameras. And I wake up this morning up here in Michigan, we got snow on the ground and it's 29 degrees.
Yeah,
Depressing.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, way to bring the show down, guys.
Let's brighten things up with a real wild clip.
All right, so the Real Wild Clip is brought to you by...
DeerCast.
Is it? It's PH Outdoors, I think.
That's what the sheet says.
It says?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's DeerCast. Okay.
It's brought to you by everybody. It's brought to you by Kevin.
Okay, Kevin, bring it to us. So what do we got this week, Tim?
So we got
Holy cow.
a ram.
Is that Carson? Is that our Carson? Was that our Carson?
Sure looks like it.
It is?
Yeah.
Ben saying yes.
Yeah.
So that's our...
Carson, it looks like in the Rocky Mountains.
He looks scared.
And there's he's
Oh,
scared.
it's because there's a ram running right past him.
Ram tough.
Man, that is nuts. Did that just happen this week?
We're
Does
getting
anybody know?
some feedback
Is
from Ben maybe here.
Ben?
Offset. Last
Last summer. This is old news.
Okay. The real wild portion of it is that Carson's actually pooping his pants. The ram is just kind of.
This is from
icing on
our.
the cake.
This is actually from our YouTube channel, from our DruryOutdoors shorts. And so okay, so let's paint this picture for the listeners, Tim. So somebody's got, I guess his girlfriend's got a cell phone,
He's got a girlfriend?
and she's got the view, and Carson's hunched behind her.
Save me.
Yeah,
sweet
he's
protector.
scared, obviously scared. But there's a sheep here behind him, a ram, but it's like 3 feet from him,
Very close.
just walking the mountainside, and then it kind of notices them and takes off running. That's crazy.
It's a lot of this clip is crazy.
Where's this at?
That looks like it looks
Montana?
Like, that looks like Sheboygan, Wisconsin, 5 or 7.
What kind of animal is that?
That's a ram.
That's is there a specific?
goat.
I want to know the species.
Sorry, I don't have the genus.
Genealogy.
No, I don't have.
Well, you, sir, have failed.
Man.
Mr. Wildlife Word.
I'm a fraud.
So that's a real wild clip of the week. We haven't had one in a while. I'm glad that we brought it back without a sponsor. That's great. We should have saved that one.
It's our first day doing the show, right?
What episode? We don't even know what episode. There's at least 370 of these.
Yes. Some people have watched and listened to them all. Kevin, can you believe that?
Bighorn Sheep Nearly Hits Hikers is the name of it, from Carson Brand, who is the editor, producer of the Dream Season Live series over on YouTube.
Never heard of it.
And DeerCast. And he's one of the semi-live editors for deer season, turkey season.
Carson is semi-live.
So that means when you're one of the semi-live editors, it means that you take a lot of crap from a lot of people internally.
And you have no fall.
Your life sucks.
Yes.
Ben, did I sum it up? It's not listening.
Poor Ben. Kevin, you ever do any Western hunting?
Not a ton. I've done some antelope hunting out in Wyoming, which is a blast. Look forward to doing that again. But yeah, not super. I got to expand the horizons, get out and do some more. I'm locked into Midwest whitetail and turkeys too much, I think.
Well, when you work in the industry, you have little time to actually hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big misconception for sure. All I do is hunt, right? It's like, no,
Not so much.
used to hunt more.
Before you were senior VP, I used to hunt all the time.
Yeah, before the big senior title, I was all over the place.
Now they expect you to just
stuck in this office.
Exactly. It's BS. All right, let's move on, Tim. Shall we?
Yeah, I'm getting some venom out right now, it feels like.
All right, so we're going to go on to the question of the day. The question of the day is brought to you by, surprise, Blocker Outdoors Finisher Turkey Series. High performance hunting gear designed to keep you warm and comfortable all turkey season long. All right, what do we got here? It's from a YouTube guy. What's your number one must-take piece of hunting gear that's not your bow or firearm? This is from a YouTuber. Okay. Well, Kevin, what's your number one piece of hunting gear?
Why don't we scope this to turkey hunting?
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the easy one for me. It's my turkey vest. Got everything, right? So it's turkey hunting. Gotta have my vest. It's got everything in it. So
that's like wishing for more wishes.
What's that?
That's like wishing for more wishes.
He just called you out. He doesn't like your answer.
If I don't have my vest, I'm
Do better,
done.
Kevin. Well, Tim, what's yours?
All right, Tim, you're next.
Yeah.
If you're so smart, then why don't you?
I took the vest. You go next.
I would say probably my pot call.
Love the pot, huh?
You got an easy button thing on your little
Is it a little scratcher?
No, but I got this.
What's this guy's deal?
I got a lot of problems with you people.
I just I have more luck with a pot call, especially in close, because you can
because you can't mouth call.
That also. Box call is great for breaking through the wind and getting way out there,
Yeah.
but the pot call is a little better for up close and personal.
Yeah, so that's a great answer.
Thank you.
I appreciate your answer.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to go with a turkey vest. You could talk crap all you want, but listen, all your crap goes into it. Like if you don't have which I know, like Scott, R.I.P. Scott. He
didn't pass away, did he?
Well, he's not here anymore. So
Maybe he did pass
he's
away.
dead to me. No, no, hold on.
I love you, Scott.
So he never cared to take a turkey vest though. I couldn't wrap my head around it which we hunted out of blinds a lot. So I understand that part of it. The turkey vest is definitely more instrumental in your success if you're going and running and gunning and sitting against a tree or in the middle of, a freaking pasture or it's like that's where a turkey vest really comes in clutch. Mm-hmm. You're hunting out of a blind. You can take a regular backpack. Certainly that works. But for me, I like the organization aspect. We're hunting out of blinds a lot still, ground blinds or whatever for turkey season. I still would rather have my turkey vest than not because like I said, where all your gear is, because if you got pot calls, you got box calls, you got mouth calls, you got your extra shells, you got an extra face mask, extra gloves, you got to put your hoodie somewhere when you get hot. Snacks. You got the First Form protein sticks. You got an energy drink. Where are you going to shove all that, Tim? Tell me, Tim.
This seems like a setup for a joke.
No, it's not. I just,
Yeah,
I've heard that
I don't like your answers.
You guys might be able to verify this. I've heard
Got
that
it.
some people, when they kill a turkey, will put the turkey in the back of the vest and walk out.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yep.
I just like
Maybe
to
someday
carry
I'll
it
try it.
because I don't want to get the blood in the vest. It's not like I'm washing the
It's
turkey
icky.
vest.
Yeah.
It's just why.
We got
When
a blood-proof game bag in the finisher.
you
vest.
do? Look
Yes,
at
sir.
I didn't even
Always
know that.
thinking. Always
Look at
thinking.
these. Look at this guy.
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this guy's deal?
You guys ever look at your turkey after you kill it and see a bunch of like ticks and mites
Yeah.
and stuff crawling around on them?
Yeah, I think they're gonna get on you, throwing them over your shoulder or in your bag, either way. So it's kind of but yeah, they're full of stuff.
That's what I always think about when I see guys have a whitetail over their shoulders. Like, okay.
The Cam Hanes style.
Yeah, I was like, first off, usually there's a lot of other material on a deer, like blood.
I just don't want to get the blood on me. I mean, call me a loser or something worse. That's
I might.
fine. But first of all, let's be real. I'm not able to put a deer over my shoulders
if you had some
and
people
walk
help
out
you,
with
you
it.
could.
So let's start there. Yeah, I mean,
We got to get this picture, guys. Come here, help me.
your knees are buckling. Like, take the
Take it
damn
quick.
picture.
Take it.
I can't walk another step. I can't walk one step. It's like, so that's first of all. Second of all, the more important reason to me, I don't want to get blood all over my stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Call me a pussy. I don't care.
Right.
That's fine.
Blood's an issue. I'm more concerned about all the ticks and lice and
Lice? Deer have lice?
they got mites. They got herpes. They got everything.
Herpes? Are
Very
you
likely.
shitting me?
No.
What?
I mean, yes, I am. Yeah,
We gotta toughen you up a little bit. Isn't your Instagram handle like the Woodsman or something?
I've never
along
heard of
those
that
lines?
before.
The thinking woodsman.
It's-
It means that he thinks about getting in the woods.
Yeah,
he thinks about
all
killing
the
deer and
bugs.
turkey, but he never does.
Hey, half the battle is mental, right?
Yeah.
So
But y'all don't
Hey,
say that.
just throw it in the back of your blocker vest. You got the blood-proof game bag. You keep all the bugs off you. Just hose it off when you get back to camp. You'll be golden.
Let me ask you, do you guys have any hunter orange in that pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little safety flag that comes out the top back for Tim.
We were in a meeting
Kevin's busting on me.
That's great. This show has took a turn for the best.
Also, you know who's an idiot? Tim. Thanks, Kevin.
What I was gonna say about that is we were in a meeting the other day and I was like, we used to we were talking about safety, hunter safety in the turkey woods because we just get a ton of shit over the fanning. And, the crews that we have out there do a lot of obviously private land hunting and they feel very confident that they don't have trespassers or, that might be a misconception on their part. You never know. I understand that. Yeah. But I was talking about, it's like, yeah, man, we used to, I remember, as kids, they always put the hunter orange out on the vest every time we were walking out with a bird or even a lot of times walking in if we had decoys, but a lot of times even the decoys were in the bags, which I know avian, those decoys come in a OD green kind of a bag carrying case. So, I kind of got off on a tangent here, but the safety factor of it, I mean, it kind of gets lost a little bit. You feel like,
yeah, it's real for sure, especially if you're doing obviously any kind of public land hunting. I mean, it's a key feature to have in that vest. And we put a pretty nice blaze orange, and it tucks up real nice and has a folding spot in the back of the vest where if you're not obviously utilizing it where it stays stored away. But I read about it every year. I mean, it's someone gets shot, which is crazy, mistaken as a turkey. So yeah, to and from the field, definitely utilize that. And whether you're wearing our vest or not, it's an important feature going in and out. And same thing with how realistic these decoys, usually sometimes, you'll have them in those, like I run the avians as well. And those bags are really nice, but I utilize that back game bag section of that vest.
Same.
Typically more often than not, I'm usually throwing my bird over my shoulder coming out, but I use that back section for all sorts of extra storage, whether it's, storing my jacket back there, snacks, or most times not hauling in out decoys. So
yeah, same. Walkers, headphones, like those types of things. That's what all goes, binoculars, all stuffed in the back of that pack.
A small LED lamp.
Yeah.
You guys ever find like a snack from the year before?
Yeah. I just dug one out of my last year's turkey vest.
Yeah. I had an oatmeal cream pie. I didn't know they could get about that.
Be honest.
I bet it was still good.
OCP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you eat it, Kevin?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
No little Debbie left behind.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't age at all. It's just frozen in time in that package.
Did we just become best friends? Yup.
I've been telling Sal and those guys at First One, like, you want to sell protein bars to hunters, have one flavored as a oatmeal cream pie, then we'll get somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
call OCP so you can get around the trademarking and stuff.
Like Fruit de Loop for their
Magical
If
Charms.
Little Debbie would just make a non-crinkly free wrapper and put it in camo.
I don't think they're worried about us hunters, but
Bush Light hit, they did it. They just put them in a camo box and look at that. I mean, Little Debbie.
I don't care how quiet you try to be with that wrapper. You might as well sound off a tornado siren.
That's what I was gonna say. You can replace air raid sirens with that sound because it carries so well.
Dead quiet in the morning. It's like everybody they look over you like, really? It's like it's 6:45. Like, I'm starving.
I'm sorry, get breakfast.
I think it'd be a good seller. Their marketing team's listening.
They're not.
Definitely not.
We got lots of ideas. Okay, so the wildlife word this week is brought to you by Hunter Specialties.
Speaking of turkey calls,
Yeah, you get the DoD signature series.
I haven't gotten them yet. I ordered a new set because I don't know where my last set is.
Oh, Scott probably stole a bunch of stuff where he left.
He cleared me out.
These are Matt's mouth calls. Clearly unused.
No, I used them not well.
I think there's a stork in the area. Okay.
Hey, before we get this is a good point to bring this up. We were talking about this last week. You guys have that face mask.
Yeah.
Did you loosen it up a little bit this year, the new version?
Yeah.
Thank God.
We came out with a whole new one, Matt. We've got we had the one last year was like more of that tight fitting gaiter,
Oh, yeah, it was.
right? So we have now the loose fit, which is
Loosey-goosey.
what you guys were, I'm sure, looking for. So if you're running mouth calls, I mean, it's game changer. So.
We had a turkey. We had 4 turkeys coming in, and they got real
Right,
close.
much?
And we were trying to get them to gobble before we shot them.
Mm-hmm.
And get that good money shot on the AVNX decoys. And Scott's like, call. I'm like,
Can't move my mouth.
it was a combination of I couldn't move my mouth and I was just
Not great.
a combination of 3 things. Couldn't move my mouth, not great. Well, I guess not great sums it up.
Okay. Well, now you got room to roam.
But damn it, on that friction call, look out. I am money.
he's a
I will
monster.
call day long on that thing.
Calling machine. All right. The wildlife word is precocial.
Oh.
Precocial, does it mean A, an incorrigible way for a young child to behave?
Hey.
B, a young bird or other animal that has been hatched or born in an advanced state and able to feed itself and move independently almost immediately, just like your birth story, Matt. C, an avian organism that is able to give birth asexually, like that stingray.
Hold on.
You're hot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Or D, the state a bird reaches when it is most likely to attract a mate.
Well, we always let our guests go first.
I'm
Kevin.
going with D.
D?
D.
Dog.
Yep.
D is in dog.
To attract a mate.
Okay. What's wrong?
I'm going to repeat B for me.
B for me.
Like Lola. My daughter's like, B for me. And look at me.
Funny to me. A young bird or other animal that has been hatched or born in an advanced state and able to feed itself and move independently almost immediately.
Read D.
Heron.
Look, I would be able to
Heron.
look at these myself, but they're not on my sheet.
The state a bird reaches when it is most likely to attract a mate.
I'm going to go with D.
Okay. You guys are both dead wrong.
B?
Yes, it's
Damn
B.
it. That's what my first thing was.
Precocial. So pretty much like able to
Kevin.
go out and fend for themselves a little bit.
What's this guy's deal?
Kevin, you're fired.
I mean, I took the vest, then you took the vest. I took D, and then you took D.
You saying I'm a copycat? You saying I cheat?
Just saying. There's a trend.
Cheating off the kid in class that gets the wrong answers.
That's when you know you're real dumb. Not only are you cheating, but you're cheating off another dumbass.
Why did I do this?
You're copying the wrong guy.
All right. Setswana12 gave us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts.
That seems like somebody that's like sending you DMs that say, you're cute.
I am very.
Can you send me money?
And I usually do. If they say they're cute,
Again,
or they have a racy public.
Thinking Woodsman.
Yeah, thank
the
you.
handle.
Yeah.
You want to reach out.
More Eastern Bloc women to follow me, please.
That sounds like Setswana
Hey,
12.
if you have broken English and a really racy profile picture, Setswana 12. It's a dude. You know, it's a dude.
Well, yeah, of course it's a dude, Tim. Even if it was a girl, pretend to be girl, it's a dude.
He says, while I love all the tips and expertise from the Druries, what sets this podcast apart is the self-deprecating humor and honesty regarding struggles in the woods. Good stuff, press on. And when he says regarding struggles in the woods, I just
Referring to you.
I see someone having a hard time walking.
Getting up their tree stand, like,
Just in generally physical issues in the woods.
you know,
I tripped over a log today.
the self-deprecating humor. I think that's our brand for the podcast. I've been given feedback that we're better than this, but I kind of think we're not. I think this is it, Tim. I think that's why people listen.
We're not.
I know you're not.
Listen, I can go out and I can think about being in the woods. Like
That's all. In fact, the whole name, the whole premise of your entire social media, you got a website, everything is about, I think about the woods,
like 90,
but I can't do anything about it.
like 95% of the social influencers out there. Lots of stoic pictures of them looking off into the horizon.
Yeah, a lot
with
of
no dead animal around them.
very serious. Now, if they if they kill a turkey, it's the turkey over the shoulder, looking the other way. Maybe the sun's in their eyes a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mean mugging.
Midriff.
It's a classic look. Jorts. What if it was just somebody with just the turkey vest on and jorts? Now that's a look.
That's the hero shot.
That's the hero
That's
shot.
front cover catalog worthy.
That's right.
I think we're
Bass
on.
Pro's
Some
knocking
kinda
on
shot.
that door. I need this for the cover of the new catalog.
We're going woke. All right, let's welcome some new Rack Pack
Maybe
members.
some combat boots.
Yes. And a gas mask
Ah, yes. The gas mask for the
in bottom
war
lane.
coming. Okay, in Bottomland. Nice. Okay, so we got some new Rack Pack members, maybe old. We need some new Rack Pack members. We've kind of stalled out. It sounds like
2.8K and holding
so.
steady.
This is a private Facebook group, the 100% Wild Rack Pack. You just search it in the Facebook search function, and there's a couple entry questions that Tim set up that are ridiculous. Mm-hmm. You fill those out, and you're in. And it's actually a really fun group.
If you're a real person.
If you're real. Tim allowed me to approve these people, and I was just blanket approving everybody. Apparently, I'm not supposed to.
Some people are not real.
I mean, even when I switched over to their profile, other than that, they all are real to me. I don't know the difference, apparently.
Some people just want to give you a good deal on bulk ammunition.
Well, who wouldn't want that? All right, so we got some names. I usually mess these names up. Usually there's a fake name in here. I also messed that up. All right, so we got Corey.
The whole list could be messed up.
Corey Massey, Carl Compton, Urinator. Urinator. All right, we got the fake name right out of the gate here. Zach Chalupa. That's a taco at Taco Bell. Zach Chalupa. Is that a real person? I don't know. Hunter Wernimont. Tim? Hunter Wernimont. And Craig Vonk. These all seem fake other than Carl Compton. And,
Who knows?
all right. That's your Rack Pack members of the week.
That's your Rack Pack update, folks.
We need a couple things from you people. We need more subscribers. We need more
look at
shout outs. And we need more Rack Pack members.
Don't tell me that. I've already subscribed as much as I can. I
In
listen
fact,
to the
I'd like to
show-
unsubscribe.
I listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and I watch it on YouTube and DeerCast.
Single-handedly, like bumping up our views and
Takes
watches.
me 4 hours to get through every episode.
You're all 4.1 million from last year.
Kevin, we got to get you in the Rack Pack, man.
You're not in there?
No, I'm working on it.
Sure. Okay. That's a
He's
classic.
working on
That's a freaking
intrigue
Long
questions.
form. You gotta shorten the form up.
Classic. I'm working on it.
Okay. Well,
I think that's enough show for today.
yeah.
Do you? You want to keep
I'm
going?
showed out. Kevin?
Kevin?
Hey, I can talk turkey as long as you guys want to.
Okay. Let's do another hour.
Yeah. Hour 2. Let's roll.
Okay. All right. Oh, wait. We can't. Somebody's at the door.
Come on in.
I don't know that I've ever used that
I've
sound.
never heard that before.
I just saw it and clicked it.
Bonus.
Thank you. The studio crowd loved it. All right. I think that's enough for today.
Kevin, thanks for coming on and elucidating us on the finisher series.
Hallucinating
Hey.
us?
Appreciate you guys having me.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. We'll take your word for it, I guess. That's all we got is your word.
That's all you need.
Good enough.
You guys get to work on your new shorts, and I'll get working with my product team, and we'll get these.
I'll send you some proof of
Listen,
concept.
As
As soon as
Correct.
we stop this podcast, I'm getting the scissors and I'm going to
Do
cut
it.
Tim's jeans.
Yes.
We cut some leg. That's just so
See if we can get
happens
them
to
in for
happen.
spring 25 development for next year.
We could put them in right now, straight from Tim's body.
Yes.
What I would really
I had
like
a
to
nickel
see
for every time you said that phrase.
if we could use the
Straight from Tim's body.
the leg part of the jean that we cut off for something. That would be maybe like arm.
Like
sleeves.
Michael Scott in his wilderness sojourn. Oh, Kevin, I apologize, man.
No, he
This
doesn't.
is not great.
This is the best we have.
Hey, it's good. Good enough for me.
Can we end it? I think we should just keep doing this and
Trying
see
to
how
end the
long we
show.
could go. We can't end the
They
show.
were concluding for 15 minutes.
Just keep be like, yeah, what do you think, Kevin? He's like, oh, this is great.
Can I be excused?
Kevin, do you have any meetings you can get out of?
Yeah, that's kind of why I was hoping we'd go another hour. To be honest.
We have a product development meeting on George, actually.
Yeah.
Kevin, you got a 2-day event on your
Yeah, I gotta
calendar.
slide that one in. We gotta talk about. I gotta set up a new meeting.
All right. We better let him go. He's a man of importance.
Kevin's going to lose his job.
All
I
right.
think.
This is enough, Tim. End the show.
Bye.
Until next time. Peace out.
DeerCast is now supercharged with maps. Get ahead of your game with killer new features like live Doppler radar, wind check out to 5 days, virtual rain gauges, GPS path tracking, and more. Plus, get our 14-day revolutionary DeerCast prediction and access to DeerCast Track. Prep, predict, and pursue with DeerCast.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by DeerCast. Prep, predict, and pursue your target buck.